Welcome to my Minecraft world. This is Spawn, and yeah, I built this weird looking building. I don't know why, but it's here and I left it. So yeah, this was a bit later on. I built this, but I'll do something with that one day. The reason why I'm doing this tour of my world, which is coming up to 3 years old, is because I want to do a new build, quite a big build, and I would like to, I think I'm going to record my progress. And with the emphasis these days being on forever worlds, I didn't want to start a new world for a new build, because I was going to, but I thought, well, why not do it in my current world, the world that I've been playing on and off since 6th of November 2022. So we're coming up to 3 years old in this world. Bit of junk in there. And this was the first night. I spawned over there. I obviously collected a bit of wood. And then just made camp here. And the sun is going down. So yeah, I will want to be sleeping again soon. Yeah, I want to create a new build. I want to start recording it. I don't think anybody will really watch it, but you know, something I want to do, and I'm going to do it in my existing world. Instead of starting out and saying, right, I'll punch a tree and this is where we are and this is what I'm doing, this is the world I'm going to do it in. Keep this world going. I'll likely travel off some distance away. I've got a Nether hub. I've got a bed, so let's just sleep. And I can just connect it to the Nether hub if I need to come back to this area. Yes, so new series, hopefully. And we're going to start with the tour of the world that I'm going to build it in. So you can see where I started. I'll give you some before and after shots of this island as well. Let's start here. So that was Spawn. Started over there in that little camp. And then this won't be in order of how I built things. That tower there was one of the first things I built, strangely enough. But this is a mine. It's a mine I use still to get any resources, although at the moment I've got tons of resources, not a lot I need. So mine entrance, I don't think there's any point in really going down here because you know what a mine looks like. I've decorated it a little bit, but for the most part I've got a haste beacon down here. Well, I say down here, it's way down there. There's the mine entrance. I've got a rickety bridge that goes over there and then stairs that go down, and yeah, a mine. You know what a mine looks like. We don't need to venture down there. Let's head over to this island that's got a village on it. So this island is completely terraformed. Let's see, I picked a tree over here to do a before and after photo on. I think it was this one. I can land on it. Just. If I stand about here and look over there somewhere, I had a torch in my hand, I think. Did I? I don't know. I'll put up a before picture and then you can see what it's like now. They won't overlap perfectly, but you'll get the idea. So yeah, before and after, a bit of a change. It's helps if I have rockets on me and not torches. It was built based on where the village houses pretty much were, and I tried to keep them where they were. I also came up here and took a screenshot. Don't know which tree I was stood on, but I'll stand here and look down. I don't think I was this high actually, but you'll get the idea anyway. And then I'll put the before, so you can get an idea. You can see that the houses were on all different levels, and I kept them all on all different levels to make it, just to keep the interest really. So let's come back down here from spawn. We come to the bridge. We have a bee thing there. Collect honeycomb. Little dude out there fishing. And this is the village. It has all these weren't the village houses. I did add houses here and there. This is technically outside of the village. We'll go down there in a bit because there's a little bit underneath the island, which I've got hidden away. I put these towers around to make it feel a little bit more defensive. Yeah, I've put some underground, like a sewer network. A bit of stuff down there we can have a look at. That'll take us down to the village. And then there's crop fields here. There is actually, I left a few items in that field from the original village, because pretty much everything on this island has been completely torn down and redone. This was a wagon I had a go at building. I don't know what I wanted to do at the time. Lehman wagon performing at noon. So, you know, imagine I don't know, travelling guy that entertains the village. Elizabeth Gardens is down there. We'll have a look at that in a moment. This is my house, which, to be honest, I haven't done a massive amount with. I don't spend a lot of time here. Like most Minecraft players, you spend a lot of time in your storage room, don't you? And my storage room is right over there. But yeah, we got a stables here. I did have more horses. I have got an actual horse out in the world somewhere, and I cannot remember where that horse is. All things just took out somewhere, abandoned, left. There's a garden round here. This goes round to water, bridge. This statue was a tutorial on YouTube with a plaque somewhere at the bottom explaining who the person was that originally did this. I copied it into my world. I mean, that's why they put it up. It was a tutorial on how to build it. So, but I was going to change it. I was going to change the shield and the sword and give them like a gold helmet, and I never got around to it. It just stayed as is. I'll change it one day, maybe. Still not textured any of this, which bothers me each time I see it. What's this? Oh, netherwort farm and a mushroom. I've got a potions room in here. We really got into potion making at one point, and I spent a lot of time in here. I had a lot of fun in here. Even created a book for all the potions and water sources under here. Oh, well, under there. And then, you know, all sorts of goodies in these. All the necessary things for potion brewing. And then my storage of potions, fire resistance, everything else. Yep. Little conservatory here, sort of greenhouse. Just thought it matched. I thought it looked the part, you know. A little buttercup there. This goes up into the house, but we'll take the front door. I've done a little bit of texturing, sort of. This was not the original texture pack that I had when I first built this world, so some of the textures are a little bit strange. They don't, you know, when you combine two blocks together that look good in one texture pack, they don't particularly look good in another. This leads down into the village. So all the village houses here, all the village houses have got interiors. Got a bit of a market here, a little bit down there. We'll have a look at the village in a moment. Go up to the house. These towers, I had big plans for these, you know, stretching across the world and doing all sorts, but oh, the amount of time it took me to build these, I was like, yeah, there's no way I'm going to build another one over there and then another one somewhere else. Oh, so yeah, they ended up like this. I like them, don't get me wrong, but I didn't fancy building anymore. So this was my house. I was going to move in here properly. I kind of did for a while, but there's nothing really here. I set up a enchanting area, and this is where I started doing all my gear. I don't know why I've got a book there, but yeah, I was going to get all my gear and have specific sets of armour for different things, and I think this one is the armour possibly that I've got on at the moment. I've changed. I like naming my stuff as well. So, you know, I keep things, this full set is the Illuminated Dreams set. Just a name, you know. Dawn of the Light 2. If it says Dawn of the Light 2, it means I lost the first one. I've died and... yeah. Blade of Holy Might 1. Prophecy of the Land, I don't know. I like to make up names for Enlightened Reward, because that's my fortune. Wit of the Ancients. I don't know, I like to name my tools. This is the area map. So we are currently here in this building. That was the potion room, the conservatory on the side. Spawn out here. First night camp. That was the mine entrance there. That's the beehive, bee place. This is the village. Yeah, that's that statue thing. We've got a boat there. I started another separate village there with the copper block roofs, which was going to be the theme for that area, but never really did a lot with it. That's a beaver farm and an iron farm. More of a production area there. We've got a few greenhouses here with crops in. We'll visit these other areas. This area here, everything's happening underground. We've got a tunnel going into here, and then there's all sorts of stuff going on underground under there. Up here we've got a bit of farmland. This was going to lead off to that other village right at the top there. But I never got up there. That big grey splodge there is a entrance to what did I call it? A labyrinth. Yeah, and then this leads up into the side of this mountain, which also leads into this underground area, all inside this hillside. We'll go and visit that in a moment. What else? There's an upstairs, but there's not a lot going on upstairs. It's a bit bland in here. You see, there's a lot of unfinished projects in my world, like this. I could bring all my storage area up into here. I am thinking about blocking this off. I left this open as like an elytra landing spot, but it's kind of unnecessary. I think it would make more sense if I block that off, and oh yeah, and that beacon's doing nothing. It was just for show. That's my haste beacon in the mine over there, and there's another beacon over there which we will get to soon. Yeah, I think if I block that off, I can use this as a room and maybe pull all my storage over here and actually start using this house. We've got a library up here. one bit of a design aspect that I used. Was planning on changing all the bookshelves out for the new bookshelves, because when I built this it was I don't know when I built this actually. I don't know if there's a plaque anywhere. There must be a plaque somewhere around it. Not specifically in the library, but somewhere on the house. I do tend to date things normally if I'm let me sleep. Yeah, I try and date everything when I've sort of built something so that I can go back and have a look. I think I slacked on that for a while. Just ended up building. This does go right up and we can get across onto the bridge or right up onto the top of the towers, but there's nothing really going on top of the towers. No point going up there. This leads out actually onto the back of this area where there's a crane. Brings. I was holding shift, but they're steps. Yeah, so this is a crane that takes things up there. Have a nip up here. Yeah, that's the house. That's the brewing area. And let's get back down here. Fly like a pro. So smooth. Head off into the village. That's weird, I can hear a creeper. It's normally very well lit, not a creeper, a zombie. Very well lit up around here. So, yeah, we've got a little bit of a marketplace here. Hustle and bustle of fishermen. And as you probably saw from the shots, this is why this is all on weird levels. It all goes up and down and this way and that, because that's where all the houses were. I, to some extent, kept them where they were. This custom tree, I had a go at making custom trees at one point and it didn't really work. This is Elizabeth Gardens. It was named after my mother, my late mother. Did that on March 2023. We've got Doggy. What else do we have? I think that's really, I mean, the village is kind of, it's a small village, but because of all the back ways and little sections that go through, it feels pretty vast. This carrot field was done December 2022, so about a month, 23rd of December, nearly Christmas, about a month after I started the world. What we got here? More houses. These bits, I mean, it's a bit of a maze to get around here. You're climbing up things to go around to other things. It's all been terraformed though. I've tried to get it looking different and nice, and I don't know. But yeah, the house I never textured. I'm gonna have to do that. What we got down here? Let's head down to this dock area. So from the village up there, we can come down to these houses. I don't know if these houses were originally here. I think there was a couple of houses down here. But I could be wrong. Made these... Are you stuck there, kitty? There you go. Okay. Yeah, I made these sort of storage sheds. Just for, you know, because on the dock. My ex-pack. What else do we have? I think we can get around the back here. When I say I terraformed this entire island, I mean I literally terraformed this entire island. These were natural caves, I think, around here. I don't think this wasn't an original house. I just built this house here, Harbour Master's house. There's the crane I fell down. Brings us round to here. And then, oh, this was a little area where there was a pig. There was a pig in a boat here, and he was here for ages, and I built him a little, it's Smugglers Rest. Built him a little campsite. Here we go, look. There was a pig in a boat here for some time, but one day was gone, missing. I don't know. I like to think that he sailed off to live out his dreams of happiness. Oh, no, I must have been a bit sentimental about it when I was when I put that sign up. But yeah, he disappeared. Bless him. So he's gone off somewhere. Oh, I don't have my fireworks on me. That didn't help, did it, mate? Oh, there we go. Right. Is that the island? I mean, there is more on that island to see, but we'll be here all day if we're if I go round every. Oh, actually, we can go down there. Here we go. Statue designed by the Big Baron. Did that in April 2023. So that was the person that created that statue. Or created the tutorial for that statue. I did give them credit. Right, there's a little entrance to the sewers down there. I'm just also going to give credit to... Who is this? Lady Nikki. Designed by Quell. That was done on the 6th of April 2023. So yeah, Quell was the person that did the design tutorial for that, and I copied it. Because I'm no good at making boats, and yeah, they were. So I took the tutorial offline and did it myself. We've got a sewerage system here, which if you weren't really paying attention to, you wouldn't think much of it. This goes all the way down and out to the other end of that opening in the island. This bit goes into here. Smugglers Rest, 3rd of April 2023. And this little area is like, well, as it says, like a smuggler's area. A little bit of hidden stuff under the island. Overnight bunks. You get sailors come here and just stay overnight, and then down here got a little bit of a hidden area. I think there is rooms throughout this area. I tried to make it look like it was held up, you know, and there's planks and wood and beams and things to support the cave system. That's why there's all that junk kicking around. Another door. Ooh. 4 bedrooms and stuff. Unfinished, restricted access. Yeah, I was going to carry on this cave down that way, never got round to it. Down here, we have secret entrance. Not so secret when I'm recording it, is it? And this was going to be my, well, this is my area for storing a variety of things. You know all the stuff you find in the world that's you think, well, that's pretty cool. Mob heads. I'm pretty sure I've got more mob heads I can use here, but I could be wrong. Find out. Record room. I don't seem to have many records or any information in the book. What we got? That's heads. Just random armor for no reason. These are all the blocks. This one I was very happy with. That was the reason why I started this little block area, because of that one, because it's quite hard to get just normal stone diamond ore. Fishy area. All blocks. Dragon egg, obviously. Dragon head. Random Minecraft photos. Bit of a gallery. The first tool of the world. The tool that started the world, and my first diamond pickaxe. Quite happy I kept them. There's my little office. full of goodies. Supposed to be like a treasure trove of my adventures. Somewhere I come to and I can just sit and relax. Yeah. Here we go. Alright, so I built this hideaway to store some valuables and have a little safe haven from the world above. If you want to read that, you can pause and have a read. Need to get some of the new bookshelves because, again, since I built this, we have different blocks and things now. Yeah. This was my little hideaway from the world. Tried to make it look a bit like a museum, you know, museum/art gallery sort of thing. Not sure why I used the yellow terracotta. Oh, okay. Seems a bit odd. Oh. Yeah, anyway. Probably because I use these as artwork and I don't know. Anyway, here's what it is. Who knows what I was thinking at the time. Right, would meet you on the surface, but it won't take as long to get back up there. Oh, we'll leave that. Where else do we go now? Yeah, I'll meet you back up at the surface. No point wandering all the way back up here. Okay, here we are back on the surface. Just come out of that sewer system down there, and I'm up here on the bridge. I'm going to head over this way. So one of the first builds, actually, weirdly enough, oh hang on, we got a plaque here. Friday the 3rd of March 2023, work in progress. Yeah, because it really still isn't finished, this bridge. A bit plain. I had a lot of trouble with the angle, being at an angle and having to do the arch underneath. Yeah, it's problematic. Anyway, that was one of my first builds. I don't know why I chose a tower as that's one of the first things I wanted to build, but there we go. Custom tree. I did have a go at custom trees. I don't mind this one so much. I think it turned out reasonably well. There's a custom tree. That one there, that's my favourite. I'll show you it properly in a bit. Iron farm. We have villagers and beds underneath here. My iron farm. This is my creeper farm. Oops. We'll celebrate you, Mr. Creeper. I captured a creeper called Creepy on the 8th of March, and then he disappeared. So I caught Creepy 2 on the 7th of May 2023, and Creepy 2 decided he was happy and he stayed. Right, so this goes down to the bridge, this goes down to the dock. So if we want to go directly to the bridge, that bridge there, we can just go straight down here. But we'll go down to this part first because this is my sort of drop-off point for the iron farm. Yeah, I've got a lot of chests. I did AFK at one point in here, hence the iron door. And yeah, I did get a lot of iron. Works pretty well, honestly does. Don't AFK anymore because I have plenty of iron. This is the gunpowder and string. This is from the creeper farm. Because of the way it's designed, spiders spawn in there, so I get string as well. And it goes into these chests here. And I periodically just take the string out, throw it in there, and yeah, some goes in that top one. These don't get used. I really overestimated how many chests I would need. But I definitely use the gunpowder. I go through fireworks pretty quickly. Well, not quickly, but I go through a lot of fireworks. This is an iron overflow. I just wanted to do something with these boxes because I've built it, so I don't know. But yeah, iron farm, and there's a golem meeting his fate. This just goes down to a dock area. Not a lot going on down here. 7th of March 2023, built that tower. I don't know why that was dated specifically, but there you go. And what else? I don't think there's a great deal more going on down here. There's a Nether portal, which is unfinished. But I don't really use this one. Got another portal near my storage room, which is the one that takes me to and from the Nether, mainly. This goes off over to some fields into my Labyrinth. These are all cactus farms, I think. Cactus farm and something. Oh, sugarcane and bamboo. Yeah. Right. Single player world. I don't need a lot of this kind of stuff, so little tiny farms like this are more than sufficient, especially when I'm building in this area, because they just passively generate, you know, stuff for me. Take a quick step across this bridge. Yeah, that was going to be like a... I was going to have all the buildings over there with the upper roofs and stuff, but I never finished that. This is a house that's just here to build this area, although it does also go down to a skeleton spawner. Or it's one way to get to the skeleton spawner, which was my main source of XP for a while. I like this tree. This tree, I get the right angle on this tree. My favourite tree. Some of the trees I've done are a bit hit and miss, but I'm not a builder. This tower was built 9th of December 2022, so 1 month after I'd spawned into the world. Yeah, it's just a tower, really. It's nothing. It's not doing anything. There was no real purpose for it. But I did find skeleton spawner down here, and yeah, so there's a skeleton spawner down there. I don't think it's necessary to go down and have a look. You all know what a skeleton spawner looks like. It's all decorated and done. It's alright. I like this area here. This is one of my favourite areas. It feels cosy to me. Yeah, I don't know why. Kind of feels nice. I've got a bit of a minecart track to my storage room, which honestly doesn't really need a minecart track. You can just run down there in like 12 seconds. It doesn't take long. Yeah, but I try and keep everything connected in the world with paths. Such another attempt at a custom tree. There's a few of them around here, but this is Buzzy Fields. It's obviously my wheat fields, but it's got bees kicking around it for a little bit of life, you know. Wander around and do things going on. This house is just a non-house. It was just built because there was a big gap here, and I thought it needed something. And it's unfinished, I think. Yep, it's finished, so we'll ignore that. This is my sheep farm, which I think, yeah, some of the shears need popping up. A lay there. I've got plenty of wool though, so I don't need. I don't really need wool. There's the Labyrinth. There is another village over there. I was working my way towards it. I was going to redo that village, kind of make it winter themed because it's up on a hill, but the snowy hill. But yeah, I have enough projects in this world that I've not completed. Yeah, wool farm. There's nothing else going on that way at the moment. We'll go through here. So my very first house, really, was in these woods over this way. These are just melon and pumpkin farms. and this leads to the bridge, which will take us back to our house. So we can go into that tower and go down into the house, and the village is down there. So everything is connected. You could make your way on foot throughout this entire land. Because a lot of this was built before I had an elytra. Well, not a lot of it, but some of the pathways and things were built before I had an elytra. This was my first tree farm. Yeah. And there's quite a few different trees around here, like acacias and spruce trees at the back. Those spruce trees, that is still my spruce farm, my source of spruce wood. If I ever need spruce wood, I always find them and then replant them. I had a different texture pack on when I built this wall, and as a result, that combination looked better. So there's things that needs changing. This was my first, well actually this was my second starter home. My first starter home was in these woods back here. Hello zombies. Avoid now. Go sleep. Yeah, I thought this was real deep in the woods when I first started, but it's really not, is it? Let's sleep. There's nothing here now because I emptied this place out. But yeah, this is where I very first started in the world. My first starter house was collecting wood. There's a lot in here anymore. Oh, a little bit. Right there. And yeah, had a few resources and a few crops. And yeah, it was all right. And then I decided I needed a bit more space because, as you know, as cute and comfortable as it was, not very practical. Oh, as a witch, perfect. Oh, okay. For the redstone. And what do we call it? Woodland cottage. Yeah, this is where I harvest my spruce. Just replant them as and when I need more. But I tend to, when I need spruce, or any block for that matter, I tend to mine a lot of it. I tend to really get more than I need at the time, and then I've got it then. There we go. We'll just add to that chest. We'll go down there in a moment. So this was my first starter house, really. This was the place I sort of got settled in for quite a while. I did have my original iron armour on there, and I moved it when I was doing a new build over that way, because I was going to put it in the new build, and I don't know where it is. So, bit of a shame, but I lost my original iron armour. Yeah, this is my starter house. Still got junk. Well, I've still got a lot of stuff in here, actually. Yeah, okay. But yeah, I moved out of here, and I moved into my storage room, which is actually down this way and through these doors here. But I can get to it. We'll go to it this way, because from this sort of starter house, if you like, this was the mine shaft I built to access this underground area, and it also takes me down to access way to the village over there, Spawn. And there's a village breeder down here. There's a little bamboo and sugarcane farm here, or cactus farm actually. Again, single player world. While I spent a lot of time in this area, this was passively collecting stuff for me. This was a temporary storage, all empty now I think. grass blocks. Yeah. So I used this to build this really. I think there's a cave through there. I hear a zombie there. Village breeder, which has been not very inhumanely turned off, and I used to be able to just flick a few switches and send them on the way up to my trading hall. That goes down to a spider spawner, and like I say, the village is that way. This broke out into this sort of cave canyon place, so at this section I damaged the bridge to make it a bit more precarious. But no reason whatsoever, honestly. How long is this tour's going on for quite a while, isn't it? You bored yet? So down this way we have Amethyst Hall, and this is where I do all my trading. Get most of my XP because, you know, easy to trade. String. I get a lot of string, so I can trade string with these guys. Got some here. Yeah. And then skill books, you know, usual stuff. Amethyst Hall, that's my trading area. And then we've got this waste of space. Oh, I built this to hold all unique things, you know, so I could have displays. And it just never came about. And the amount of time it took to do this, I regretted starting it. Trying to get all this the same on all four sides drove me absolutely mad. I had more dirt scaffold in here than you could imagine. I still don't know if they're even. I don't even want to look because it was such a nightmare. I'd do a certain part on here and then I'd go over there and do it on there. I'd do it on there and then I'd look back and go, those two are different. I'd have to go back and change them. It was, oh, yeah. I'm complaining, but this goes down to Deep Dark, which is quite convenient. This is just the back of this area. That goes nowhere, it's left open. I did have armor stands on here at one point, but they seem to glitch every now and again, so I just got rid of them. Stuck an allay in each of these. And haven't done anything with this since. I'll come back to it one day and do something with it, no doubt, but let's go up to my storage room and then we'll head over to the Labyrinth. And then that's pretty much this area done. I mean, there is more to see around here, but if I go down to every single thing, it'd take hours. Why have I gone out here? I came out here to say yes, that's where we looked down before, my starter house. And then we've just come from up there. And then this leads into my storage room. This is where I spend most of my time, as most Minecraft players do. Yeah. This is my storage room. Very simple, basic storage room, but you know what? It does the job. Works perfectly well. It's somewhat organised. Well, I mean, it's very organised, really. So, yeah, it's got no strip logs, but you know, just on the off chance that I would, I've got a ton of storage for them. So yeah, gravel, no packed ice, podzol, and yeah, there we go. And glass, clay. Why I'm going through that, I don't know, but yeah, mob drops, deep dark stuff that needs sorting, food. I was trying to collect all the different types of food at one point. Give up on that as well. Can't think what else there is, but there is other stuff to collect. What we got around here? Stainless armor and weapons, redstone stuff, lighting, diamonds, emeralds, gold. You know, I've got all these chests And yeah, I'm not going to fill that with diamonds and emeralds, am I? Yeah, but plenty of storage. Down this way, I have some villagers I trade with, because these trade my iron with these emeralds, and they give me. They don't give me potions for weakness. They give me, you know, iron tools. Got this guy who can give me cooked chicken. He's my chef. But one of the reasons why I started to build out here was because of this. This island here. I thought this would make a really cool build, and it will. It will one day, but I don't know what to do with it. I imagined like bridges coming across to here, and let me show you what it looks like. I mean, yeah, it looks really cool, and I thought, oh yeah, I can build a base on there and have bridges going across, and it'd be really cool. I never got round to it. Never got round to it. So one day, maybe, can I make this? Can I make this? Oh no, I can't. Oh. Yeah, one day I will. I'll put a build on here. Right, let's see if we can get back in here. And we'll sleep before we get struck by lightning. They're all in bed. Right, I've got a bed round here. Let's sleep in this bed with Biscuit, because my goodness, that's loud in my ears. Okay, hello Biscuit. I have a cat in real life, ginger cat called Biscuit. Biscuit as in like ginger, not biscuits, as in, you know, biscuit. I don't know. What's down here? That's the Nexus to Watcher's Tower, that first tower that I built, and back out to the village. My smelting area, so little area for smelting stuff. I wouldn't call it a super smelter, but again, single player world, it is more than sufficient for me. Head round this way to our Nether portal. I'll quickly show you the Labyrinth, and then we'll come back, do the Nether, and then that'll be really the end of the tour, I think. I don't think there's other parts which you'll see when we get to the Nether. You'll see all the different parts of my world, and I'm not going to go to all of them because this video will be hours long. Right, yes, let's quickly go to the. So this leads from this area over here. There is a pathway coming across here. This is just farmland. I did have root farms there, but I deleted it, got rid of it. Didn't like it. Didn't like the build. So this is my labyrinth. Many have entered, few have returned. We are not going in here today. Well, we'll go down. The path ahead is filled with danger. It's pretty big. And do we have a plaque? July 2023. And this is my storage room for the building of it. The Labyrinth of the Lost Voices. Okay. And the other reason not to go down here, last chance to go back, only death lies ahead. Yeah, the other reason is because it's incredibly dark. Don't know if you'll be able to see, but yeah, there's one way sections, and then there's two-way sections, and it's pretty much a maze, honestly. But there's lots of things to be found in here. Well, not lots of things, but there's areas to be found, and books and weird stuff going on. If I remember right, all the books just have random gibberish in. Yeah, this was a big project. Big project. I had a lot of fun building that, actually. I'll have to stick this world. I'll do a copy of this world maybe at some point, and do a spectator view or something. You know what I mean? I can go into creative mode, and because I'm quite proud of the fact that this world is, you know, it's in survival, normal difficulty, but it's not a cheated world. I don't understand why people do that sort of thing. If you're gonna cheat in a world, mind you, each to their own, I suppose. But I like to think that everything's been done legitimately, which is why I've got unfinished projects. You know, if I jumped into creative mode, I could finish every project that I've got on here, but why would you do that? These fields, some of these fields are left intentionally like this. I just wanted it to be a bit more random. You know, we've got a wheat field there, we've got a open field here, we've got beet fields there. This place is just a rundown house. You know, seen better days. You lived here at one point and either left or died or moved on and nobody took over it. Who keeps the fire lit? I don't know. Okay. There's the other village up there, which I have got a path going to, but yeah, I never got out to that. Right, I will meet you in the Nether, and we will. I'll show you. I think we'll end it there in the Nether. Yeah. Right, welcome to the Nether. This is my Nether hub, and something else which is unfinished. So yeah, all marked up. Stronghold and Nether Fortress is down there. If the sign's on this side, it means it's down there and on the right. Winterland and Ancient Debris Mine down that way. Winterland is my Christmas area. It's just a cold area, and I built a little like Christmas house. Not going down there. Don't need to. The Salt Delta down that way. Woodland Mansion and Desert down there. Sci-Fi Island. I mean, we could finish on Sci-Fi Island. There's not much going on there at the minute, but might down that way. Tiny Island and Guardian Farm. Badlands and access to the Crimson Forest. So if we need Crimson Wood, we can go down there, and there is access. And in this way, unexplored. So once I get some portals and things out in that direction, maybe my new build in the overworld will be in that direction, and then I can have access to it that way. Yeah, not a lot else going on in the Nether hub. I've tried to keep it as simple as possible. Just looks like it's hanging from the Nether roof, and yeah, it's simple and functional. And how he got down here, I don't know, but he's quite happy down here. He's got himself a barrel, and he's he's doing his thing. There's a sign there it says Badlands and Nether Fortress. That was from before I'd built the Nether hub, so yeah, Badlands there and Nether Fortress, really. I don't know. Anyway, right, let's go to the Sci-Fi Island. I'll probably meet you there actually, because it'll save flying all the way down. It's quite a long way. So Nether hub in that direction. There's Tiny Island. I was going to build something on Tiny Island at one point, but I don't think there's anything on it. And then this, I thought that was lava for a second. I forgot I used pumpkins to light this place up. Yeah, it's unfinished, like most stuff in my world. I will meet you at my Sci-Fi Island. Right, welcome to Sci-Fi Island. This is, well, a tower at the moment. You can see it's an island. Let's sleep. I'll let the world render in. I don't know what my render distance is on. I think it's quite high. Is it quite high? Let's have a look. Yo, 32 chunks. Quite high, but it's fine. Yeah, we're in the middle of an ocean, so it doesn't really matter. This is the only bit of land for a while, apart from what this is stood on. So yeah, this is my tower. We have water elevators to take us through this tower, but there's nothing to see because, again, unfinished project. Yeah, it's slowly loading the world in, pushing my computer a little bit much. Poor computer, trying to do a lot today. Right, but the thing is, we have this way in and way out, so we can just fly out this way. And yes, this was going to be the start of a bit of a sci-fi island. I thought I'd build this tower and yeah, stretch across to other towers on this island over here, and that never really happened because I tend to forget how long it takes me to build anything. It took me so long. So yeah, I kind of unfinished project, which concerns me because I'm planning on doing quite a big project, and with that in mind, I'm hoping that I can finish it. But yes, this was Sci-Fi Island. I mean, the project I'm thinking about doing, I could do out here, but I don't want it surrounded by ocean. And I will come back to this one day. The reason it's got a 1.20, as you can probably tell from that, is because I started this when 1.20 came out. So I don't know if there's a sign on there saying when this was actually built, but yeah, you can tell when it was built. It was 1.20, and as of this video, this version I'm on at the moment is 121.1. So if I built another tower on this island, say, this week, I would call that the second tower would be 121.1. My little base of operation was there to start. But I'll do something with this one day. I don't know what. But that's my world. There is more to my world. There's much more. There's other areas. I've got the garden farm. There's far more areas in the Nether to look at. There's more areas in my main part of the world to look at. But for the most part, that was a tour of my world. And I'm going to start a series on a build that I want to do very soon. So that will be coming out. And if you fancy watching it, yeah, it'll be great. Anyway, thanks for watching. And I'll see you on the next video when I get my build started. Goodbye for now.